Logical reasoning blood relation for Olympiad. In this video, let's quickly master the basics of blood relation and solve some interesting Olympiad questions together. As we all know, in blood relations, we study how people in a family are connected to each other. These relationships are mainly of two types. Blood relations by birth. These are the relations we naturally get when we are born. They are connected by family blood. For example, brother, sister, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, etc. Relation by marriage. In-laws. These are the relations we get after marriage. They are not by birth but are formed legally. Example, father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law, etc. Common family tree symbols. Male, square box. Female, circle. Married couple, square box and circle joined together by a double horizontal line. Siblings are connected by a single horizontal line. Parents, children, or generation change is connected by a single vertical line. With the help of these symbols, we will turn the given problem into a diagrammatic representation, making it easier to understand and solve. Let's understand some basic blood relations that are formed by birth. Arun, Rahul and Kamala are brothers and sisters. So, they are connected by a single horizontal line. Since they are siblings, they must have the same parents. Let's say Rajesh and Sunita, who are husband and wife. Arun and Rahul are their sons, and Kamala is their daughter. Children born to the same parents are called siblings. Now, Rajesh also has parents. Let's say his father is Shankar and his mother is Kamala. Similarly, Sunita has her parents. Let's call them Krishna and Santi. We can group them into generations. Shankar, Kamala, Krishna and Shanti belong to generation 1. Rajesh and Sunita belong to generation 2. And Rahul, Arun and Kamala belong to generation 3. We call them generations because each level represents people born in different time periods. Grandparents from one generation, parents the next and children the next. Shankar and Kamala are called the paternal grandfather and grandmother of Arun, Rahul and Kamala because they are from the father's side. Krishna and Shanti are called the maternal grandfather and grandmother because they are the mother's parents. Arun and Rahul are grandsons and Kamala is a granddaughter of Shankar, Kamala, Krishna and Shanti. If Rajesh has a brother Mohan and a sister Anita, and Sunita has a brother Vikram and a sister Radha, then Arun, Rahul and Kamala will call them their uncles and aunts. A father's or mother's brother is called an uncle and a father's or mother's sister is called an aunt. For Mohan, Anita, Radha and Vikram, Arun and Rahul are nephews. Similarly, for all of them, Kamala is a niece. A brother's or sister's son is called a nephew and a brother's or sister's daughter is called a niece. So, Arun and Rahul become nephews to all these uncles and aunts, while Kamala becomes their niece. Now, let's look at Shankar and Kamala's families to understand in-law relationships. Sunita is married to Rajesh. So, all of Rajesh's blood relatives become her in-laws. Rajesh's father is Sunita's father-in-law and his mother is her mother-in-law. For them, Sunita is their daughter-in-law. For Rajesh's sister, Sunita is a sister-in-law. And for Sunita, Rajesh's sister, Anita, is also her sister-in-law. For Rajesh's brother, Sunita is a sister-in-law. And for Sunita, Rajesh's brother, Mohan, is her brother-in-law. Similarly, if we consider Rajesh, Sunita's family becomes his in-laws. Similarly, Sunita's father becomes Rajesh's father-in-law and her mother becomes mother-in-law. For them, Rajesh is their son-in-law. Sunita's brother and sister are Rajesh's brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Rajesh is the brother-in-law for Sunita's siblings. If Rajesh's siblings are married, then his brother's wife is his sister-in-law and his sister's husband is his brother-in-law. Similarly, if Sunita's siblings get married, then her brother's wife is her sister-in-law and her sister's husband is brother-in-law. If Rajesh's siblings and Sunita's siblings have children, then those children are cousins to each other and also cousins of Arun, Rahul and Kamala. A cousin's daughter is called a niece and a cousin's son is called a nephew. Question 1. Arati has a son named Raju. Ram is Arati's brother. Nalini has a daughter named Jenny. Nalini is Ram's sister. What is Raju's relationship to Jenny? Arti has a son named Raju. Arti is female and Raju is her son. We connect them with a vertical line as its parent to child. Ram is Arati's brother. So we connect Arti and Ram with a horizontal line, showing that they are siblings. Nalini has a daughter named Jenny. At this point, this information is not connected to the previous family, so we draw it separately. Now, we are told that Nalini is Ram's sister. This allows us to connect Nalini with Ram using a horizontal line indicating that they are siblings. Now, what is Raju's relationship to Jenny? We can see that Raju and Jenny are cousins. In other words, Raju is Jenny's aunt's son. Therefore, he is a cousin. Pointing to a woman in a photograph, Vikas said, her brother is my brother-in-law. If woman has no sister, then how is Vikas related to that woman? We draw Vikas first. Let's understand the statement. Her brother is my brother-in-law. Now look for the word my. The term my brother-in-law can have two possible meanings. One, wife's brother or sister's husband. So we will analyze both the cases. Case 1. Wife's brother. If the brother-in-law is Vikas's wife's brother, then the woman in the photograph could be his wife. Case 2. Sister's husband. If the brother-in-law is Vikas's sister's husband, then the woman's brother would either be Vikas himself or his brother. Therefore, Vikas cannot be his own brother-in-law. This is not possible. Therefore, case 1 must be correct. The woman is Vikas's wife and hence Vikas is husband of that woman. Question 3. Rahul told Anand, yesterday I defeated the only brother of the daughter of my grandmother. Whom did Rahul defeat? Let's first draw Rahul and search for the word my. Here they have given my grandmother. Let us mark grandmother of Rahul. Now let's consider daughter of my grandmother. This daughter can be Rahul's mother or Rahul's aunt. We do not know, so we can represent it separately. Next, only brother of that daughter. The only brother of that daughter will be Rahul's father. If the daughter is the aunt, her only brother is Rahul's father. So here Rahul defeated his father. Question 4. Pointing towards a man, Radhika said, his sister is my daughter's brother's mother. How is this man related to Radhika? Now let us mark Radhika and find the word my. Start with my daughter. This is Radhika's daughter. Next, my daughter's brother. That is Radhika's son. Now, my daughter's brother's mother, mother of her son, that is Radhika herself. His sister is my daughter's brother's mother. So, man's sister is Radhika. So, we can say that Radhika is pointing to her brother. Question 5. A man pointing to a photograph says, the lady in the photograph is my nephew's maternal grandmother. How is the lady in the photograph related to the man's sister who has no other sister? Let us represent the man first and focus on the word my nephew. A nephew can either be the son of a man's brother or the son of his sister. Now consider my nephew's maternal grandmother. It refers to the mother of the nephew's mother. We are also told that the man's sister has no other sister. This clearly indicates that the nephew must be his sister's son, since there is no other sister whose son could be the nephew. So, nephew equal to man's sister's son and nephew's mother is equal to man's sister and nephew's maternal grandmother is equal to mother of the man's sister. Therefore, the lady in the photograph is the mother of the man's sister. Question number 6. Krishna is the father-in-law of Shankari, who is the sister-in-law of Rajesh. Lakshmi is mother of Aravind, who is the only brother of Rajesh. How is Shankari related to Aravind? Given that Krishna is the father-in-law of Shankari, it means Shankari is married to Krishna's son. Next, Shankari is the sister-in-law of Rajesh. This tells us that Rajesh is the brother of Shankari's husband. Now, we are told that Lakshmi is the mother of Aravind, who is the only brother of Rajesh. So, Aravind and Rajesh are brothers, and Aravind is the only brother of Rajesh. Since Rajesh is the brother of Shankari's husband and Aravind is Rajesh's only brother, it follows that Aravind must be Shankari's husband. Also, Lakshmi is the mother of both Aravind and Rajesh. Therefore, Shankari is the wife of Aravind. Question 7. In a family of 6 people, P, Q, R, S, T and U, there are only 2 married couples. S is the father-in-law of R who has only one child U, P is the uncle of Q, T is the sister-in-law of P who is unmarried. How is Q related to R? S is the father-in-law of R who has only one child U. P is the uncle of Q. We do not know the relationship between P, Q, S, R, so we represent it separately. T is the sister-in-law of P. How is Q related to R? Here, we do not know the gender of R and Q. S is the father-in-law of R, which means R is married to S's child. But we do not know whether R is a husband or wife. T is the sister-in-law of P. Here, sister-in-law can have more than one meaning. So, the exact relation of T with P is not fully fixed. P is the uncle of Q. Uncle can mean father's brother or mother's brother. Even after using all these conditions, including R has only one child U, more than one valid family trees can be formed. So the exact relation between Q and R cannot be determined. Question number 8. Study the following information and answer the questions that follow. 1. There are 6 members A, B, C, D, E and F in a room, of which there are 2 married couples. A and C are married couples. Since their genders are not initially specified, we can simply represent them as a couple. Next, it is given that C is the sister of B, who is the father of E. From this, we can say that C is a female and therefore A must be a male. C and B are siblings. B is the father of E. Now, consider the fourth one. E is the daughter of D and G is the son of A. Since B is already the father of E and E is also said to be the daughter of D, so D must be B's wife, so E is the daughter of B and D. G is the son of A and C. Now, question number 8. How many female members are there in the family? There are 3 female members in the family. Question 9. How is G related to C? G is the son of C. Question 10. Who is the mother of E? D is the mother of E. Question 11. How is B related to G? B is a maternal uncle of G. Question 12. B is the father of Q. B has only 2 children. Q is the brother of R and R is the daughter of P. A is the granddaughter of P. S is the father of A. How is S related to Q? First, we know that B is the father of Q and has only 2 children. We leave the space for one more child. Since Q is the brother of R, this means Q and R are siblings. Next, R is the daughter of P. So, R is a female and P is her parent. Since B is already the father, P must be the mother. Therefore, P and B are a couple and their children are Q and R. Now, we are told that A is the granddaughter of P. This means A is the child of either Q or R. A is the daughter of P. Let us denote it separately because we do not know whether A is R's daughter or Q's daughter. S is the father of A. Therefore, we can say mother is R. So we can say R and S are couples. We can combine and redraw the diagram. Now, how is S related to Q? S is the brother-in-law to Q. Since R is Q's sister and S is R's husband, answer is that S is the brother-in-law of Q. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on post notifications so that you guys never miss out on a video that I upload. And I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.